everyone, it's Derin here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're a new viewer, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. So as you can see by the title, we're going to be doing 10 things that I wish I knew before starting university video, because for anyone that's new, I have just graduated from London College of Fashion, where I studied public relations and communication, and so I feel like over the last 3 years I've definitely learned a lot, and so I wanted to just sit down and share some things that I wish I knew before starting university that I feel will really help you guys as you begin in September and just make your whole university experience better. Before I get into that, if any of you guys are not subscribed to my channel, definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, because over the next month I'm going to be churning out so much university content for you guys. And if you haven't seen any of my previous university advice videos here on YouTube, I will link down below a playlist with all of them in there, so you can just binge watch them after this video. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump straight into today's video. Okay, so the first thing that I wish I knew before starting uni is that the cliche, these 3 years are gonna go by so quickly, saying is actually true. Like literally guys, listen to this statement. So my advice to you guys is to really just make the most of your experience, enjoy every part of it and have fun. The second thing that I wish I knew before starting university is that despite like first year not really counting, it's still really important for you to make an effort and try your hardest throughout the whole 3 years at university. I know that for most universities first year doesn't count, or if it does, it's such a small percentage to your final grade. Like for me personally, my first year and my second year didn't actually count. That being said, as someone who's on the other end of the university spectrum, as a graduate who's also looking into my masters, it's come to my attention how important your transcript is, and that having a consistent transcript is really important if you are looking to do your masters or if you're applying to really competitive jobs. So try and get rid of the whole first year doesn't count mindset and just try your hardest throughout the full 3 years, and honestly when you graduate you'll thank yourself for it so much later. The third thing that I wish I knew before starting university is that the freshman 15 is real. If you guys don't know what it is, it's basically like a saying that when you go to university you gain 15 pounds. Obviously whilst that's not the case for everyone, I feel like one thing that I wasn't aware of is how different the lifestyle at university is compared to sixth form. I feel like most schools had it compulsory that you had to do exercise or PE at school, and in general I just feel like the class system of being in school from like 8 AM to 4 PM, having like a specified break for lunch and stuff like that, kind of forms you into a routine where by default it's somewhat healthy. Whereas with university and all of the independence that you have, there's very mismatched schedules that are going on, and of course all of the drinking that happens if you choose to drink. Very easy for you to just look in the mirror one day and be like, what's going on here? I'm speaking from experience, by the way. So I would definitely encourage you guys to get into a healthy routine from the moment that you start university. Granted, freshers week always going to be a bit overboard because you're socializing, you're going out all the time, it is what it is. But I would say try and get into the habit of working out or getting an exercise routine from the beginning so that you can just maintain a healthy balance throughout university. Just drawing from that, having a good exercise or workout routine throughout the time at university is really great for your mental health as well. It's just great to have an outlet where you can kind of get away from everyone and work out and do your thing. So yeah, I definitely wish I knew this one before starting university. The fourth thing that I wish I knew before starting university was just to kind of like get out of my comfort zone more. When it comes to freshers and you're meeting new people and you're trying to find your group of friends, it's really easy for you to kind of gravitate towards the type of people that are perhaps your friends from home, or even just trying to find your friends at things that you're used to, for example going to a specific type of events. But one thing I want to say is that at university you're exposed to so many different types of people, and you should really just give everyone a chance, because you'll be surprised how many friendships will form with people that perhaps you never even saw yourself becoming friends with. And I just think that's the beauty of meeting new people and being in such a diverse environment. So if someone invites you to go to like, I don't know, a random techno club event that perhaps you wouldn't really go to otherwise, I would say just go with the flow and see what happens. You never know where the night can lead you, you never know what kind of friendships can form. I literally hate drum and bass, for example, and I remember going to like Fire and Lightbox in London with a bunch of people from my halls, and it ended up being one of the best nights where I made so many friends that I'm still friends with now. So like, I'd say just be open-minded and just embrace all of the opportunities you have to socialize. The next thing that I wish I knew before starting university is how important it is to stay in touch with your friends from home. As everyone goes off to university across the country, country or perhaps even across the globe, it's so easy for you to lose out of touch with your friends from home. And especially if you feel like you found a new group of friends at your university, it can add to that even more. But my best piece of advice to you guys is to make an effort with your friends from home, because university is a lot of finding yourself, and in some cases it can also be quite lonely. So I think maintaining your friendships with your friends from home is something that can help to keep you really grounded, and also just allows you to visit one another whenever you guys miss each other, or if you're missing home or anything like that. The sixth thing that I wish I knew before starting university is all about like careers, jobs, internships and networking. Go to those campus events, go to the dinners if you have them, apply for ambassador roles, and just do the most, because post-graduation life is competitive, trust me. So the more that you can do at university, the better. I would really encourage you to seize opportunities that are interesting to you. I feel like in first year specifically, especially if you go to like a target university that have banks and law firms come to your campus and reach out to you, building those networks and connections in first year can really help you along the way. For example, if you're in banking and you have a really good relationship with a recruiter, they can potentially help with your application for spring week, summer internship. It's just a lot easier for you to kind of build those relationships and connections in first year, rather than try and do all of that as a graduate when there's a lot of competition with people that have got those connections from first year. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Long story short, just seize all of the opportunities that are presented to you. Don't limit yourself to one specific field or industry. So if you know that you're interested in law but you also have an interest in business or interest in finance, try and get as many insights into those industries and fields as possible. The seventh thing that I wish I knew before starting university is that part-time jobs really do a lot to elevate your university experience. So if you have the time or the schedule to have one, I strongly recommend it. When you have a part-time job that is bringing you extra money from your maintenance loan or your allowance, whatever, your university experience just becomes so much more fun, because that extra income can really be used to elevate your university experience, like going on holidays with your friends, or just kind of like eating out and dining out a bit more. I always get lots of comments on my university videos like, why are you living such a bougie university lifestyle? And honestly, I feel like it's because myself and my friends all have part-time jobs, which we use to kind of just have more fun together and make the most of the experience. And so yeah, I'm now leaving university with some incredible memories. I'm really blessed to say that I didn't really struggle or anything like that. I just feel like if you know that you enjoy doing fun things, have the time, then a part-time job could definitely be something to look into. The eighth thing that I wish I knew before starting university is that if you actually stay on top of what you're meant to be doing, like work-wise, then it can actually be really simple. I think this became apparent to me when looking at my transcript as I graduated and just seeing like the grades I got in some modules compared to others. And when I was kind of reflecting on that, I saw that the modules that I did really well in and got first in were modules that I actually started from the very beginning of teaching up until the hand-in date, i.e. not cramming. Whereas in the things that I got 2-1s in, they were basically things that I've just crammed. And whilst it's like, okay, you've been able to enjoy the whole term, those 24 hours or 48 hours is the most stressful time, full of anxiety and just unnecessary emotions. So I just feel like keeping organized and on top of your work throughout your modules at university will really help you with a lot less stress and a lot less eye bags. So do your thing. Something that I wish I knew before starting university is something which I only basically adopted in my final year, and it really reaped a lot of benefits, and that's basically being your teacher's pet. I am sorry to say it, during my third year I found that the more questions I was asking and the more advice that I was seeking in terms of my academic work and even just like post-graduation plans, the more that my teachers were helping me in a sense. So if I'd mentioned something, I remember one day I got like an email from my tutor saying, like I saw this in the press, is this something you're interested in? At university, you can be your teacher's pet and no one even has to know, because obviously lectures are with so many other people and they're not usually that personal. Whereas the fun thing about university is that there are private tutorials, there are seminars, and obviously they're just emails. So no matter how many questions you have or no matter how much more you want to learn about a topic, there's no holding back needed, because you can literally ask your tutor that in private and just end up building like a really good dynamic with them. And I don't know, I just feel like at university you want to try and do as well as possible. So yeah, just seize the opportunity to be a bit of a teacher's pet. On to the last thing that I wish I knew before starting university. This is one that I will probably kind of draw on more when discussing like the social aspect of university and making friends, but essentially this is that you will find your people at university. Okay guys, I was rambling in this point, so I'm just jumping on here whilst I'm editing to kind of explain what I wanted to say. But in a nutshell, after first year or even after second year, you feel like you still haven't like found your people, just continuously put yourself in situations and environments that allow you to meet new people and socialize. So for example, in first year, I kind of left feeling that I hadn't made that many new friends and that I still wanted to meet loads of new people. So to kind of combat that, I decided to move to Chapter Spitalfields, which is like an accommodation with universities all across London, and for me that was so beneficial in allowing me to make new friends and meet new people, and because of that I've been able to like form a social circle of friends that I can call my friends for life. What I just want to get across is that if you feel that perhaps on your immediate course or in your halls of residence that you haven't found your group of friends or you haven't found your people, don't get disheartened, and instead think of ways that you can find new friends and build a different social circle. Whether or not that's a different accommodation, or if you want to get a part-time job or join societies, I say don't get discouraged because your people are out there. You just got to go and find them. Had I not done that in second year, I would probably be leaving university feeling that I didn't make that many new friendships. So that's also something I definitely want to bear in mind. And on that note, that is the final thing for today's video. So yeah, those are the 10 things that I wish I knew before starting university. See, there's probably a bit more, but as I've said, I'm going to be doing lots more university videos throughout the month of August. So definitely make sure that your post notifications are on, so when all of the extra tips and advice go live, you are the first to know. I'm really curious to know, what is one thing that perhaps you hadn't even considered that I mentioned in this video? Definitely comment it down below. I'm really interested to see that, and we can kind of have like a conversation in the comments. If you were a new viewer today and enjoyed the video, definitely make sure to subscribe and also follow me on Instagram. But yeah, that's basically all from me for today. Thank you guys so much once again for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.